It's time to battle. Have to proudly display the Skeleseller logo. Hey, Kevin. And by battle, I mean make a cutscene for a battle. So maybe let's get to that now. All right, let's go check it out. Hey, quiz. Nothing much right now. What's up with you? I am about to make a new scene here. So we have, wait, why is there an asterisk at the top? What might that asterisk be? Apparently nothing. How are those tacos? They're pretty good. I think I also had tacos last week, but I actually made those. These ones I got from Costco. I bought, it doesn't matter what. Just gonna share a stupid story that would involve some personal details, and let's just cut out the story since I can't share the personal details. Hey, Leapy Girl. What's on today's schedule? I try to keep the today command always up to date. So the schedule is to work on the intro cutscene of Skeleseller. We have already made 2 parts of 7, I believe, or maybe of 6. So we're about a third of the way through. What kind of tacos? Just chicken tacos. Nothing super special or anything. Yeah, so here's what we have so far. It's maybe like, what, 10 seconds? So you get up out of bed. Time for our first adventure. Walk out of your house. Walk up to the Guildmaster. Guildmaster's got a quest for you. I'll take that quest. Wait, they didn't play the sound. Didn't play the sound. Why didn't it play it? Let me turn this up. I don't think it played. Oh, it's not. Weirdly enough, it's not playing the sound for you guys at all, right? Yeah, it's not playing at all. And it just played it there. Okay, weird. All right. Yeah, so sorry. None of that actually worked. Yeah, the monitor didn't refresh. All right, I'll show this again. Sorry about that. Yeah, every once in a while OBS does that. Hey, Amy. Yeah, so this is all we have so far. Scene 1 and Scene 2. And these are done except for the terrain and some of the little polish things. Actually, it might be nice to see quest accepted over the top of... I'll just worry about that later. Let's just go make a new thing. So we're going to make a new scene, and it's going to be... It's going to be the battle. I guess there's only one battle that happens. So yeah, let's make that. Let's save this. It's a node 2D. We need it to take place in the forest. Intro battle. All right, scenes, game intro, intro battle. Cool. Let's go make a script. Actually, I want it to be like this one. Okay. So go attach that. All right, now we want to get all the different elements of this. I'm going to copy everything. No, that's probably stupid. Let's copy the tile maps. We need to fix those up at some point anyway. Let's get the main character. Okay, so main character is going to be over here somewhere. Actually, let's put it in the middle-ish. Yeah, there. And then we need an enemy. We don't have a dialogue, do we? No, we do have a dialogue. Oh, but there's a dialoguer here. We don't need that. We don't even have dialogue in this scene, do we? No, we don't. So we can delete the whole canvas layer. Yeah. Okay, well, we do need it in this one. It's not the right one. We're getting there. Okay, now we need an enemy. We need life bars. So let's add in an enemy. Should we create this dynamically? How do we make battlers? We had a sprite somewhere. Sprite. Come up with a sprite sheet path. Set of animation frames. It's this stuff that we want to do. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we should make a static function out of this, I guess. Or some sort of creator thing that doesn't need to know whether this is a fish or not. Hmm. Yeah. Add ability animations. Do I even need to do this? I probably don't need to do this. Let's just make a custom animated sprite with like 2 things on it. Yeah, that's probably easier. All right, animated sprite 2D. We'll call this slime. Give it a new sprite frame, add in the sprite frames that we want. So we need to go find monsters. I think the blue slime makes sense for this. So let's open that up. We need its living animation, which is the first 4 rows, or first 4 columns, excuse me. So these 4. Add. It should just be able to loop this, right? Let's put this over here. Flip H. Okay, so if I just play this, that's decent, but I don't know what speed it's supposed to be. Speed is 5. Yeah, okay, it's 5. That's fine. All right. Yeah, so put this here. Oh, we got the main character. What else do we need? Life bars. Can we just use life bar itself? What is this connected to? A health component. Yes, then we should be able to do this. But we'll need to add them through code. No, we don't need to add them through code. We need to initialize them through code. Yeah. So we can add the life bars directly into the scene. Intro battle. Life bar and life bar. Already looks nice. They're not at the same Y coordinate though. How did I mess that up? 133. 135. I can't tell if they're aligned, but they should be. But maybe their offsets are different? No, they're exactly aligned. Yeah. I think it's just that the rectangle throws this off and makes it look like it's not aligned. Oh, and there's no shadow on this character. Now let's add the shadow in. Shadow. Oh, speaking of shadows. Oh, darn it. Now this won't work. Okay, fine. Node 2D. This will be the slime. Then this stuff will all go under here. Yeah. So this is just its sprite. Shadow goes up there. Life bar. Nice. Okay, that looks pretty good. Hey, Museus. Now that I thought about this, by the way, I wondered, does the Guildmaster have a shadow? They do. So we should have shadows in every scene. I think we're looking good. Okay, so there's that. Then we want the poison effect on this character. Poison effect. Yep, looks good. That's not going to show up at first. That's totally fine. And what else do we need? Where's the mock-up? Eventually, we'll probably want some text that says poison, but that could just be the battle text that does that. So I think we're set up pretty well right now. Then we'll eventually need the thought bubble with an antidote. Yeah, let's get the thought bubble with the antidote. That's over here. I mean, so far, this is going great. Antidote. Wait, so new atlas texture, quick load items. All right, which one's the antidote? That one? Where is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, so 18 times 16, 16, 16, 16. Ah, I was 1 off. Unfortunately, I don't know what direction I was 1 off because I can't see the whole thing again. I went 1 too far. So just subtract 16. There, we got it. Yeah, looks good. All right, so that's going to be hidden at first because that's only after you've won the battle. And then our camera focus point, we need that. Camera focus here. That is going to be right between the 2 characters. Great. Okay, now we go into intro. And we add in a scene for that, intro battle. This is going to be hidden by default. We are going to make it look like that. Go into our intro scene over here. Intro accept quest. It's going to be the battle scene. Oh, this has scene in it. The other ones are just called Wake Up or Accept Quest. Or sorry, the other ones are called Accept Quest and Battle. This one's called Wake Up Scene. I'll just write it as a cleanup thing. It's pretty minor. Only intro wake up scene has the word scene right in the name. All right, so there's a battle scene. We get that through here. Intro battle. Inconsistent naming. I'm gonna go rename all the transition states or the signals to have on at the beginning. So it'll be like on battled. I'd go fix it right now and the feature would never go out. Yeah, it's not worth fixing right now. Okay, so we get the battle scene. If I'm gonna do skip to what I'm working on, skip to what I'm working on should now free the, what's the other scene called? Accept quest. So on wake up scene fading out. Now we want to call on accept quest scene fading out. Yeah, Taco Adam is chaotic. You found my weakness. All right, so fade in the battle scene. Oh, I just wrote all of this. That's pretty nice. There is no animation player yet, so let's just cut that out for now. So let's try this. We should just see a slime on the screen. There should be nothing special, no movement or anything. In fact, actually, this might break because I copy pasted a script. No, it didn't break. Okay, so there are some subtle movements happening each time. Here, we're moving -30, 20. Here, we're moving -10, -30. So in the battle one, we've been moving to the left each time. Let's move to the right now. Let's say 30. And let's say -10. Yeah. So now it's going to move up into the right. And this scene's a little bit longer, so maybe we want this to go over the course of 20 seconds. I'm not sure. I'll have to try that out. Okay. Now we got to go do everything. So we've got to get your animations. Let's go get those. Those are in downloads. These go into game assets intro. Is there an intro? No. I think I've been putting it in characters, but it probably should go into an intro thing. Yeah, because we don't use it anywhere else. Or I want to make an intro folder and put everything in that, because there might be some intro specific things. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, I don't know where I want to put it. I think I just want to put it in the assets folder. All right, let's close these things. Where did intro go? There it is. Untitled folder. Intro. Okay, you go into assets. Oh, that was loud. Okay, so this is, what are we calling this? Human main character idle battle and human main character with sword. All right. Another question. Should we have your character walking like into the fight, or do we just start with them fighting? Human main battle with sword. Both of them have swords. The battle one is implied that it's got a sword though. So yeah, walking into the fight or not. So we either start and they're just here and they're doing damage to one another, or we have it walk into the fight and then it attacks. I think I'm just gonna have them start in the fight, and we'll see if that looks weird. We can always change it. Normally, the main character is not carrying a sword around. So all this stuff about setting up animation frames here is pretty easy. But in this case, we have a specific idle battle animation. I wonder how I want to do this. We could just add another animation to this thing. Yeah, and we just don't have to use it most of the time. Okay. How are we going to do that then? Let me look at this again. Yeah, it's just the 4 frames. And we would just iterate over these. All right, I already have code to do this in Battler. And it's right here. So let's just copy all of this. We actually don't need new sprite frames for this either. So I'm going to copy all this. We don't even need it all. And in the main character, we're going to set up their battle animation. Set up battle idle animation. Private void, set up battle idle animation. So get all this stuff. So that's the FPS that we have. Frame width is pretty much the same frame width that we've always had. Constant frame width. Actually, these can be taken from Battler. Are these public? Yeah, they are. Okay, then just delete that, I guess. So animation speed, what is going on? We have 1 sprite frame already. And then the sprite frame adds a bunch of animations. So we need to get the sprite frame that we already have for this animation. Got it. Sprite frames SF equals this. All right, is it going to be called, I guess, battle? Sure. Or battle idle or something like that. And set to loop, sure. Private const string battle idle animation name. Good. Frames for animation is 4. It's just the first row. I don't care about this. We don't have any special abilities or anything. Death animation, you're not going to die. Not there, at least. So add animation. Battle idle animation. Set the speed is already done. Set the loop is done. It's not an elite thing. Now we go through each frame. And we get the idle texture. This path is going to be battle idle sprite sheet path. It's now an intro, and I called it this. Now, if we're going to not hard code that one, then we also shouldn't hard code the other one that we're using. And that's going to be, what, like, walk without sword sprite sheet path. All right. Huh, worked the way I expected it to. Good. Now go load this in. Frame height is going to be taken from Battler frame height. Oh, I didn't even autocomplete that. Where's the height? There it is. All right, row index in sprite sheet. That's always 0. So this is always going to be 0. And then these things need to be pulled from up there. Why is this defined here? Why is that defined there? Oh, because we change it for bosses? Ugh. Fine. Well, we don't need it there. Although, actually, I guess it would help to have pointers to our other constants that we have with battlers. And yeah, we might as well put frame height. Whoops, 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 whoops. There. Oh my god, how many times can I mess this up? There. Would have been easier to just type it out at that point. Okay, if you don't have depth texture, add frame idle texture. Battle animation name, right? Apply a longer duration on last death frame. Don't care. Don't have these. Don't need that. Don't need that. Cool. right, so there's our battle idle animation. We now have that set up. We now need to use it in intro battle. So let's say public void use battle idle animation. Yeah, where do we set the speed? There? I don't care about that. Here, I was thinking Adam doesn't mess things up. Very kind of you, but I mess things up all the time. Okay, let's take a look at this. We should have the character holding their sword, just kind of like being ready to battle, bouncing up and down. Oh yeah, look at that. That man is ready to fight. He's gonna kill that slime. All right, so now we need the slime to also bounce up and down. What are we getting from the slime? I guess their animated sprite. Where is their animated sprite? Here. Slime sprite. Yeah, we can just call it sprite. Let's call it slime sprite. We probably don't need the slime itself. The slime doesn't ever move, but it does need to be animated. Wait, what? Is it already animated? Oh, I didn't need to do that. Oh, we just need to set this to autoplay then. Oh, so now the slime will bounce up and down too. Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay, so that's our start. Now you need to attack. So we'll do this through an animation player. Animation player. Okay. Hey, PWS. Long time no see. Been messing around in Unreal Engine 5. Botland skills are coming in pretty handy. Nice. Blueprints all the way. Yeah, blueprints look really interesting. I definitely want to try them out at some point. I haven't even tried Unreal, so I've never opted to use the C++ API either. But yeah, I wonder what it'd be like to make a game entirely in blueprints. I wonder if I find it frustrating or not. I've been doing well. We're finally working on the intro of Skeleseller, which is kind of weird. It's been more than a year, and we haven't had an intro cutscene. Although I do think this is the right order to do things in, and that it would have been hard to do this without having some of the code we already have. So, let's add a new animation. We're going to call this battle scene, I guess. And make this be pretty long, 15 seconds. And then make the intro thing play that. Good. All right, so what's the first thing that happens? You need to attack and do a bunch of damage. We need health components. Yeah, we need health components. Which means we need access to the life bars. So this is going to be player life bar. And this is going to be enemy life bar. Let's go get both of those. Player life bar, enemy life bar. Man. I had a sense it'll get real messy real soon. The intro, we've already done about a third of it. I think it's clean enough. All right, health component, player health component. What are these values? Max life and current life? Probably is. Also, the AI autocomplete's been getting pretty good. Oh, the blueprints. Oh, yeah. There are some ways you can clean them up a bit, from what I understand. But at the end of the day, they're still blueprints, and I don't know what reusability is like. Although there's probably some story for that. Anyway, you having fun doing it all? All right, so it's just max life. That's all we need to pass in, and the number doesn't actually matter. We could make it 1,000. We can make it 10,000. The player's never going to see it. So I think setting it to 100 is pretty good as far as just a fake value goes. All right, now we go initialize the life bars. Init with the player health component. Then well, I guess it'll just fill in the enemy one. All right, so those have been initialized now. And now we need it to potentially take damage. So how do we do this? We have 3 things we need to do. Apply player hit, or like damage enemy. I guess this could keep track of state. Yeah, I guess this could keep track of state. All right, so enemy health component. Oh, do I need to save these? I think I need to save these. I think I actually don't care about the life bar at all. Okay, my bad. Yeah. Okay, so there's some way of modifying life. How do we do that? Life minus equal 60. Okay, and then there's got to be a damage player. And this is going to be, whoops, bumped my whole keyboard. Kinda, yeah. I somewhat understand what the underlying code is doing, so that makes it a lot easier. Just don't have the API at all. There's a lot of surface area in Unreal, so it's probably going to take a long time for some of that stuff. Okay, so the whole point is the enemy does very little damage to you, but poisons you. And we need a slash animation and everything. So let's just get that thing started. So you attack, you deal 55 damage. So we have a slash animation somewhere. Let's go add it in on the sprite, I guess. Animated sprite 2D. How do we do this in the game? Is it slash effect? Slash? How does this work? Oh, there's a create slash thing. That's pretty nice. Oh, then I'll just do that. Easy. All right, so what is that? Slash dot create slash. And what is it? Is small or not? Let's say false. So it's a big slash. Wait, what's the difference between big and small? Difference is scale here is between 0.5 to 0.55, and scale here is 0.8 to 1. So it's roughly half the size when it's small. I don't know what uses what. So where do we use big and small slashes? Counter attack is a big slash. Quick strike is a small slash. Basic attack is a big slash. Okay, so everyone's just gonna use big slashes then. So we create one of these. We need to add it somewhere. So slash slash equals slash dot create slash. And then add this, who cares where, it doesn't really matter. Probably on the main character or on the slime. And then when it plays, does it delete itself? It probably does. There's a slash scene. Does this have Q free in it? Yes, it does. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. Okay, so then we need to go get the slime character. Private node 2D enemy. The slash slash slash. We've made a doc comment right here. We type slash slash slash, and then it's just gonna say what's the summary. Enemy.add child. Okay, which technically means you need to do the same thing for the player. Although the player or the slime maybe should not have a slash effect. They don't have claws or anything. Oh, I guess that's what they do in the game anyway. All right, so now we gotta have the attack happen. Let's go into animation player. So we're already assuming you're in the battle. You're already gonna be facing right. It won't show here. And then we're gonna add in a... this has to happen after like 1.5 seconds or something. Yeah. So we're calling this on the intro battle. Damage. Right, we got to build first. It doesn't know we wrote in C#. Not up to date when it comes to Skeleseller at all, which might be a good thing when the game releases. Yeah, the short story is that the next big milestone is Steam's Next Fest, which is in just over a month. It's going to be June 9th. And that's when we hopefully get a lot more eyes on the game. We've just been working on the demo in that time. I've got a music track I've been putting some time into off stream. I'm working on the intro on stream. These are things that are going to be pretty nice. Type U a bunch of times if you're excited. Oh, wow, nice. Playing with scissors is excited. Slash, slash, slash. All right, so insert key. Why is that? What is going on? Damage enemy, yeah. And I want this at exactly 1.5 seconds. Yeah. I'm excited too. Okay, now what happens if we put another one of these over here? And one in the middle somewhere, like there maybe? I don't want this to be, oh, well, I don't know. The timing is going to be difficult to figure out. Let's try this. See what happens. It's not going to do anything, is it? Yeah, because it doesn't know what the script is. But if we run it through this, we should see some slashes play out here. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Why nothing? Object not set. Player life bar. Oh yeah, my bad. Player life bar. Nope. Sure. All right, player and enemy, is that what I call them? Player, enemy, yeah. Okay, let's try. You're still not doing anything. What's the problem now? Node not found enemy. How? Because I called it slime? I guess we're calling it enemy now. And maybe enemy sprite. That way we don't assume it's a slime in here. Oh, I just moved that. Okay, let's try that now. Still broken. Animation player not found. These are such easy things to fix. Oh, nice. The slash got created in the wrong spot. We got to position it, apparently. Although, why do we have to position it? Huh. Strange. We're adding it to the enemy, or we're adding it there. Does the slash scene not have it positioned at 0, 0? It does. What? Nothing positions this, right? Oh, it is. Oh my God. Position equals new vector. No, this is fine. I don't understand what I did wrong. Because clearly it's at the upper left. It's at 0, 0 of the scene, not of this thing that I did. Yeah, see? That graphic. That should be over here. So how do we do that? Because it should just be this. Enemy.add child. I got the node. All right, how do we do it in battle then? How does quick attack do this? Quick attack isn't even the name of a thing. Quick strike. Create slash, add child to the target. Yeah, we don't even do anything special. Oh, I got to flip it properly. I didn't think about that. Slash faces right. Isn't this just always true? Oh, I see. It swaps between facing right or left. So enemies make it always face in a particular direction. Do they swap it? Use basic attack. Slash I create slash false. So it must be opposite when we do it. So we got to flip it here. Yeah. Now that said, that's still not going to fix our problem. The characters are not at 0, 0. Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right. They're probably positioned, if I'm not mistaken, the nodes are at 0, 0. But we need to position it where their sprites are. I didn't even think about that. Yep. That's a problem. Okay. Oh, well, the main character is. The enemy isn't for some reason. I don't know why that's the case. All right. So let's just swap transforms here then. Just paste this over to this. And make this get reset. Oh, but now its life bar is messed up. So make that get reset. Oh no, now it's the wrong spot. No. I want that same position over here. There. Okay. Now I think we're going to be good. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's amazing. Also the shadow. Oh, yeah, my bad. Thank you. Where are you, shadow? All right, this I want to line up. Is there an easy way to measure this in the editor? I guess we could do this and... Oop. Well, we could use it anyway. Yeah, I'm 1 pixel too low. What am I dragging right now? Quest accepted. We don't even need that. I mean, I'll keep it there for now. But yeah, 1 pixel too low means we bump this up. Done. Nice. Looks good. Okay, so when the slime dies, we need to fade it out. And that is something we can do through the animation player. Oh yeah, how do we feel about the pace of the battle? Is it followable what's happening there? So you attack, they attack, you attack, and kill it. I think there should probably be a little bit more delay with you attacking again. So probably put this over here maybe. And then shortly thereafter, we're going to fade out the slime. Yeah. So get the whole enemy. Oh, they would play a death animation though. Okay, let's get the death animation. Where's Wait, what? What is this thing doing here? This is just empty. I think I forgot to fix something up. All right, so add a new animation. Death. Oh, by the way, at lunchtime, I was taking tortillas out of the package, and I was like, I had 3 on my plate, and I thought, man, I'll probably feel sluggish if I have 3. So I just stare at my plate for like a very long time, like considerably, like 30 seconds or something. I was like, I'm gonna go down to 2 here. And I think it was the right move. So I had 2 tacos instead of 3. But I've been mentioning this about cognitive overload and how I wanted to use this game to see if I was like suitable for doing real work here. Dodged a bullet. Yeah, and I think I'm feeling pretty good. We're gonna finish this now because I started this. Whoops. There. Wait. What next? That. All right, so far so good. Yeah, see, no cognitive issues here today. Except I still need to finish this. There. Oh, wait, no, I messed up. Okay, well then, cognitive ability broken. We're quitting out of that. I'm not going to try to fix the error. We're just saying that it went fast enough up until I messed up. All right, so we're going to fade out the enemy. And we're going to change its sprite. Let's add in the death animation here. This 16 by 20, zoom in a bunch. Have the death animation play. Get it in the right order. 12 by 12 ones are hard. I think it's just annoying when you have to count and see which similar columns and rows there are. All right, so I want to play an animation, but I want to play it on an animated sprite. No, this is not the way you do that. So I guess it's call method. Or maybe it's a property of the animated sprite. Yeah, we can just change the animation. This is what I wanted earlier, and this is what I think crashed the editor. Okay, whoa. Before we do this then, let's go save what we have. Because I do not want this to break. All right, I'm just going to save this somewhere. Temp. Back up battle scene. Okay. All right, so we're going to change our animation here to the death animation. Oh, nice. Already is there. All right, it should be after we've played out the sprite animation. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Is there even a way to see this? There isn't. Man. We'll see that the sprite, the slime die. No, we won't even see that. What? Why not? Oh, because it doesn't have any sprite frame? But it has this. Should be able to play the death animation. It doesn't loop. And then it should fade out thereafter. Hey, Brutarius. All right, well, let's try to get this working. The whole enemy's going to fade out. Although, should it? Maybe... No, I think it should fade out. Yeah. I was going to say, should you just leave a slimy corpse there on the ground? But I don't think that's a good idea. All right. Let's try that. See what it looks like. No, that was pretty good. Wow. That was the first try. Oh, very convincing. Neat. Okay. Now when the enemy damages you, you need to have your poison effect turn on. So that is right there is damage player. So you would get poisoned as of here. Turn that on. Was the game rated? Well, now that it fades out, it's rated E for everyone. But back when I was talking about slime cores being on the ground, it would have been M. So they attack you. Yep, now you can see the poison effect. Now we need floating damage numbers. Also, welcome in game comment. All right, damage numbers. How do we do this? Battle system, floating. It's time to reload. 10 out of 10. Because you got to be at 100% of your final age to be able to play it. That's how mature it is. All right, so we call create floating text without camera. Oh, because the battle system's the only place where this happens. E. I don't think we should do this. See comment for this using camera. So create a floating text that is intended to be added in screen space in a canvas layer, but that gets positioned in size according to a camera. Yeah, we need to use this one. All right, let's call this. Yeah. Let's start with this. So this is floating text.create. We need to pass in like a million things here. The parent is going to be the canvas layer, which I never even got. But the wake up scene has a canvas layer. So let's go copy that to save ourselves like 3 seconds. It's not a long amount of time. Also, hey, Raimo. I don't think I said hi. Yeah, cool. All right, now we want to add this over here. Let's go get that. Canvas layer. All right, next up is the camera. The camera is something that the intro scene has. So we could do intro.camera, I guess. We don't usually need this, and we could get it from the viewport. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how we do this. And we're only doing it once. Get viewport.camera. Okay, what's next? Next up is the text. The text is easy. It's however much damage we did. We should say... hang on a second. Don't we have some, like, format this according to how we say damage numbers in the game? No. We don't. We just show a number. Okay, well, let's just copy paste this whole thing in. And for amount, we're just going to say 60. I don't care. No argument given that corresponds to the required parameter scenario. All right, so what did I mess up now? We had text position is next. Position. What's the position? Position is going to be the enemy dot position. Oh, this probably doesn't matter because it's going to get positioned according to some script afterward, I think. And then what? Color, scenario, extra nudge. Cannot convert from camera 2D to camera. Oh my God, it's got to be a real camera. Why do we do that? Because of some function that we put in here? Yes. Okay, well, I wanted to avoid that. We have a couple options here. So here's the problem. This is not a Godot camera. This is a camera that we made. And the camera that we made has things like player input. You don't want that during the cutscene. So we could use this camera and turn off player input, or we could make a new camera that still has this function on it. Now, I believe in the wake up scene, I added this function myself. Yeah. So we've already had this problem earlier. And we should probably just reuse the same camera class and just turn off. No, that's not sensible, is it? Subclass the camera and override unhandled input. What I'm thinking, the other thing we could do is we could extend, or we could add an extension for camera 2D that puts get position of object in screen space. Because this doesn't do anything that's non-Godot specific, right? Camera, space, offset, zoom. Yeah, all these are camera things. Yeah, that would work. I think I'm going to do that. So we move both of these things to a camera extensions. We have node extensions somewhere. We'll just save it there. Camera 2D extensions. Camera 2D. Delete everything. And put these functions over there. All right. All right, so these become static. The first thing to take in is a this camera 2D camera. And then anything here has camera before it now. Yeah. Then delete this stuff. All right, so now what's the problem? Now we need battle system to take in, no, not that. We need this to take in a camera 2D. And now this should not be a problem, but needs to be included as an extension method. And that's going to break every other user of that function in the code base. Oh, which is what? A lot of places? There, which is going to get deleted because we'll just get it from the camera now. Yeah, where's the line of code? Here it is. So camera 2D camera equals that. Whoops. Yeah, whoops. By the way, whenever people see me type random stuff like that, I type like IENS. This is me trying to hit save. I have to press these 3 keys at once, and this is the same as typing command. And then S is, of course, just S. So command S is save. And when I don't type them all at the same time, then, yeah, you see them enter the buffer like that. So yeah, it should be that I press all 3 at once and then S. It's just sort of hard to do that. All right, so what's the problem here? There's no argument that corresponds to the parameter camera space offset. This was optional. I don't like having to reload VS Code so often. It's not optional? Oh, let's see. I made it required, or I deleted the parameter entirely from here because we just didn't need it. So where's the code we used to have? It used to be just taking an object position and then this was it. So I need to compare this. This is in screen space. So let's get the camera extension and look at the in screen space one. Here it is. So what's the difference between these two things? This we can ignore. This minus this. Oh, the offset's right there. So we can just set it to 0. Yep. Okay, easy. Vector 2.0. And we'll just keep trying to run this. It's going to keep complaining at us like 5 more times. Hey, Sudu. It's going well. We're making good... Oh, wow. It ran. We're making some pretty good progress. Oh, nice. We got damage numbers now. Pretty cool. Yeah, so how about this? For a little bit of variance, not that this matters at all, like I said, but what if you did like 62 damage and then 58 damage, or 58 and then 62 or something? It just has to add up to at least 100. It can be any 2 numbers that add up to at least 100. So it truly doesn't matter. But I think the variation would make it seem less static. Where is it? Here. Yeah. All right, so how much damage did you do? Int damage to damage amount. So if the enemy is at full life, How about we do percent life? If percent life is 1, that is a number in the range 0 to 1, right? Yeah. Yeah, if it's that, then you do 58 damage, and if not, you do 63 damage. And then we put this number there. Okay, nice. Now we need the same thing over here. This gets added to the canvas layer. The damage amount that you do is always 10, which I guess we can stop hard coding. And damage amount equals 10. They'll never get 2 attacks on you, so it doesn't matter. Done and done. Nice. Okay, but then you get poisoned. Poison needs to also have a floating text thing that shows up, and it should look like how it does in battle. So what poisons things in battle right now? Poisonous skin does. Poisonous skin. So it should have the word poison here somewhere. There it is. So battle create floating text. We had a poison debuff, but not really. So damage player is also going to spawn this. And we're going to take the exact same things here, but just different text. So let's just say poison. Colors.green. This is wrong. I just messed something up. This is supposed to be player.global position, or main character. That's green, and then battle's sticky. So you got poison. And actually, we should probably make a custom scenario here that makes this last even longer. We could set it to UI message, but I think that's going to do some weird thing. All right, let's try that. Can you give the method a parameter and set it in the animation key? Oh, yeah, we probably could. I didn't think about that. Okay, that looked pretty good, actually. The problem is, and this is very apparent, you can see these particles glitching out. This happened ever since an earlier Godot version. CPU particles 2D. Let's just search for that. Physics interpolation. Is it this one? I have no idea if it's the same bug. Non-one number gradient breaks if the parent has an animation playing. Is it this? That might be the problem. I can't really tell what's happening incorrectly here. Oh, I see. It's supposed to go smoothly from red to purple. And then they play the animation and it ends up being red at the end. I think that's what we're having happen over here. This doesn't have any conversation about it though. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. I was hoping this would just be magically fixed by now. Maybe we can do this in a different way. But yes, I think this is the exact issue that we have. We'll have to look into this. I'll just write this in Polish for now. Figure out how to work around this issue. All right, you attack, it attacks. You attack and it kills it. It fades out. How's the enemy attack? Yeah, we should have some like wiggle animation. Add wiggle animations for attacking. Add particles to a different node. Yeah, we might be able to do that. This is done. Show your life bar ticking down. Say you need an antidote, add some sounds, etc. This is going pretty smoothly. Yeah. All right, so what's next? The wiggle animations. So here's what I was thinking is like your character, I don't know, moves back a little bit and then forward, and that's their attack. Like imagine you see like this. And the enemy does the opposite of that. Although maybe we just move their sprite. Yeah, I guess it's easier to mock up with the enemy. You do something like that. Oh, we have to move their shadow as well. I guess we just move the whole thing, the whole node. Does that look good though? Would that like kind of indicate an attack? A few months ago, I received a notification that an issue I was hoping to get magically fixed got indeed fixed, but it was 7 years too late. Hey, Kudos to them at least for fixing the issue. Okay, let's try these wiggle animations. So we're going to make the main character move back and forth. Damage enemy is right there. So we want them to go backward a bit. How far back is that? Yeah, that's pretty good. And then forward in order to attack the enemy. So insert a key here, which I guess is back to where they were. So maybe delete this one and copy this one. Yeah, and now we just need some easing on it that makes it look not stupid. I don't know how to do that. Cubic? I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. Just need to speed that up toward the end. So maybe move both of these points closer to that one. Even closer. Even closer. Yeah, that's better now, I think. Maybe even a tiny bit closer than that. Yeah, that looks like an attack, right? We're only doing this once, so we should do this for both of them. Paste the other one over here, I guess. All right, how's that look? Whoa. Whoa, what's going on here? Characters dancing all over the battlefield. I don't know what happened there. 173, 133. Yeah, that looks correct. What does it do? Oh, am I picking the wrong thing? Does this not do what I think it does? I think I just wanted to change easing, maybe. I'm not actually certain. But I don't know why this looked different in the editor. Oh, no, it doesn't look different in the editor anymore. Looks the same. Why is it going past this? That's what I don't get. This number is the same as this number, right? Yeah, it shouldn't be doing anything. Unless I need to set that this is linear? That would make sense, would it? Whoa, what? That does make sense? What? Yeah, that looks good. So in the game, it should look good too, right? Yeah, nice. I like that. I think the first one is timed a little bit wrong, but I wasn't sure if it was too fast or too slow. It's very hard to tell. Yeah, it's very hard to tell. So let's just leave it for now at the current speed it's at. Now we need the slime to do the exact same thing, but I guess in the opposite direction. So we're going to copy this and paste this here. And, what happened? Oh, that was modulate. I want to paste it for modulate. Paste it for enemy position. Second one damages a bit late. I thought that first one was timed wrong at first. I'll have to look at them both. All right, so here's position. We want to paste this here. So yeah, the slime is going to be in the wrong position. I already know this, but we need to line it up with this. There we go. I guess we could do the same thing over here and figure out how this should be lined up. This is like one frame beforehand. And this is, yeah, not the same timing. There. And then same thing. This should be like one frame beforehand. I think they're the same. Yeah, pretty close. Okay, so then these positions need to be different. How do we do that? We need to turn this off. It's not going to do that, is it? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Oh, God. I messed everything up. Man. All right, fine. Well, you were over there somewhere. So get back over there, slimy. So that's 229, 133. And then they got to end up back at 229. But in the meantime, they got to move by the same number of pixels that the character moves by, which is roughly 6.3 6.36. 6.36. 229 minus 6.36. That's not. Oh, no, that is right. Yeah, nice. Cool. Okay, let's try that. No, going the wrong way. Hold on, slime. What is going on with you? 229. Oh, yeah, you got to add. So this is plus 6.36 times 2. Oh, I messed that up. Plus 6.36 times 2. Oh, maybe parentheses need to be applied? I don't think it says order of operations. All right, how's that look now? Yeah, better. Presumably, I looked at that the first time and just thought, yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, that looked good. All right, there's something special I want to do here, which is going to be a little bit annoying. We have this concept of a battle scenario, like a floating text scenario, and we use sticky in this case to mean that this should stay for 2 seconds. But I actually want this to stay for 4 seconds. Now, we do have something that says it stays for 4 seconds, but it does something. Oh, wait, no, that's it. I can't just do that. Well. Turns out this is easy. Easy. UI message. I probably should make a custom scenario for this. It's called like battle intro battle, something like that. So that we know for sure what this was supposed to be and I don't break this in the future by trying to change all UI message text. So now poison's going to stay around for twice as long, which I think is important so that you know you got poisoned. Maybe not that long. Yeah, let's call this intro battle. And then in floating text, let's change it so that intro battle is 3 seconds. I was originally thinking we could zoom the camera in on the word poison so that it's very clear that that is bad. This is going to kill you. But I think 3 seconds of time on screen is probably enough. And I mean, you can see your character's poisoned now. All right. So that's looking good. The wiggle animations are done. Now we need to show your life bar ticking down. So every so often, your life bar is going to tick. We probably need to make it make a sound. And I guess we want to show another damage number. Intro battle. So you took 10 damage originally. I guess your life number does matter. Yeah, so let's have poison do 5 each time. Poison, or like deal poison to player. Kind of weird. It's going to be this. Damage amount's going to be 5. There's no slash effect. So it's just that. Yeah. And now that's just going to happen every so often. So we could set that up through the animation player. You got damaged here. So maybe the poison kicks in like here. Oh, it's not going to show unless I do this. Keep messing that up. Poison. Okay, we need this to exist in a bunch of different places though. Maybe like once every second. Paste. Paste. We can line those up exactly. I'm just going to do this for now. This is unreadable, by the way. Look at all the text here. How are you supposed to tell what's going on? I guess you could zoom in. Yeah. It's pretty funny. Okay, let's try that. So now they're going to take what I think I made 5 or 6 of those. They'll take 5 damage each time. So you attack, they attack, you're poisoned. I think. Oh, that's pretty rapid damage. You don't even have time to make it back to town if it's going that fast. Maybe it should do 1 damage per time. Yeah. I think that's probably funnier too. That this thing is killing you so slowly. You have plenty of time to react. But then we should probably put one more little damage number in before all of this happens, right? Because we have our first one at about 6.7. But the poison happened to you back at 3.7-ish, let's say. So really, this should happen in like 4.7, 5.7. Or we just make it happen once every... I don't know. I don't want it to be too distracting, but I do want it to be clear you're taking poison damage. So let's put that one there. Put one there. Then at like the 6.5 mark. Yeah. So we'll just delete this one. And then move all the other ones back a bit. Is that good? I have no idea. Sure. Whatever. Yeah, sure. I can't poison you. You'd be dead before it could hit. The game never happens. 1 out of a million people who play the game just don't become a skeleton. It just says game over. There is no plot. That looks pretty good. Yeah, looks pretty good. Let me see if 2 makes it look a little bit more like your life is actually going down. You have 90 life, so that will give you 45 seconds. Yeah. 2 makes it more obvious that you're losing at least a pixel every time, I guess. But something still looked wrong about this. I think it was when damage numbers appeared, but that shouldn't be possible, right? No, it's pretty good. Okay. So show your life bar ticking down. So next up you say, I need an antidote. And you show the antidote thing. And I guess you start walking toward town. Make you walk toward town, but with your sword out. We don't really need to do that. The sword out part. It's probably not even going to be obvious. Let me see. Let's open this up. Because you're going to be poisoned, so you won't be able to see your character all that clearly. And we're going to switch to this. Yeah, you'd be carrying your sword, but then you're going to sheath it before you get to town anyway. You probably would have sheathed it after battle. I probably won't do this then. Well, what did I write down before that? Yeah, say I need an antidote. Okay, let's go get that text. So instead of quest accepted, it's going to be need antidote label. I need an antidote, ... And then change your visibility and put that above the character. Oh, but damage numbers are going to cover this then. You put it there then? Let's just do that. It's going to show from the very beginning of this scene. I just want to see if damage numbers cover it or if it's problematic in any way. No, it's pretty good. Yeah. And it's not obviously going to show for the beginning. We need to have it be hidden. And then when your life starts ticking down, we show this. So we are going to set the modulate down to this. And then in the animation player, after you've taken a couple of poison damage things. And granted, if real life were an RPG and you were taking poison damage, I think you'd feel it. So I think you don't need to take it 3 times for you to be like, huh, something feels off. Now, in real life, it probably works a little differently. Probably slow to act. You're not really totally sure you've been poisoned. But in an RPG, you've got discrete damage numbers. So I don't think it needs to happen that many times. Oh, we can't see the poison. Right. So the enemy dies here. And then I guess that's roughly when we should spawn. Like after this one, we should spawn it. Yeah, let's do it here at about 6.7 seconds, something like that. Nah, just tank it. In RM Cubic's version of the game, the skeleton or the character does die, but then just doesn't have the will to start up a shop. All right, property, need antidote, modulate. Where did that go? Here. Okay, so insert key. We're going to put this like there. We're going to put this one over here. I'm going to set this to that. All right, so it's going to fade in. I need an antidote. It's kind of fast that that fades in. I think it should be a little bit slower. And it'd be super cool if this text was like dripping. Like I feel bad. BB code Godot. I don't think they have that effect. And I know we could code it. I don't think it's worth coding it. But they have some effect. Matrix, ghost, rainbow, fade, shake, tornado, wave. No, I don't think we need that. And then an antidote could show up in yellow, maybe. Would that look better? So that it's clear that the yellow potion is your antidote. Color equals yellow. This is just a label. You can't do that. Change your rich text label. Is that good? Are we saying yeah to Kevin or to me? Did the stream stop? What? Hello? Can people hear me? Stream down. Looks like I'm still streaming. I'm definitely on YouTube. Is all of Twitch down? Yeah. Twitch operational. Something makes me doubt that. We back? Oh, interesting. Huh. Oh yeah, I don't know what happened, but everything was working on YouTube apparently. I don't have any drop frames. I don't see any error messages. Very bizarre. Okay, well, hi everybody. Do you like the yellow text on antidote because that's the color of the antidote itself? Or should I just make this white or something? Oh, Carl, thanks for subbing. Welcome. I need antidote? No. Oh, I see what you're saying. Don't cut out the word "an." Just make the yellow only be on antidote. Yeah. Okay. I was like, I need antidote is it's not proper English. Yeah. All right, I like that. Yeah, wave on this. Actually, putting wavy text on all of this could be kind of interesting. I was wondering if you could only pick one, would you be like, oh boy, time to start my first adventure, or I need an antidote? You can only put wavy text on one of them. Would it indicate excitement to you or like I'm about to die? Because I actually think the wavy text would indicate I'm sick, right? Yeah, this is actually kind of interesting. Maybe we should do this. Feels sickly to me, yeah. And then I think we can slow the wave down. Yeah, the antidote one. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for the suggestion, Pro. By the way, I'm gonna give out some points. I haven't given these out, and I really should be. Wavy text is harder to read, so I'm gonna slow it down a bit. We can control the amplitude, frequency, and then connected. Each glyph is moved individually, even if they're joined by ligatures. All right, amp controls how high and low it goes. Frequency controls how fast it goes. So amp is how high and low, frequency is how fast. So let's say frequency equals 0.25. Well, that's incredibly slow. Okay, 10. 10 is now faster. 1. All right, that's pretty good. We set the amplitude lower as well. You can set it at 500 and you won't be able to read any of it. Now that communicates I am sick. Let's make it a little faster. Yeah, something like that. How's that? Giving it yellow or poison purpley. So I didn't know this until pretty recently, but apparently the green for poison is like an American thing and possibly, I don't know, European or something. And purple is more of a Japanese thing, I guess. Oh, and then also we should slow down the music and everything, right? I forgot about that. Slow down the music when you get poisoned. Maybe darken the edges of the screen. Anyway, I was thinking of keeping it yellow only because I also want to show this, which is the antidote that you need. It's a yellow potion. Well, how do we show this in the right spot? We need to move this even higher up. I probably need to time this a little differently. Okay, so turn this off or control its modulate. And then fade this in as well. Green poison, first time I hear this. RPG poison, green or purple. Yeah, Western game, pools of poison tend to be green. Anyway, I've seen enough games now where I don't think I'd question it, regardless of what color it is, as long as it's consistent. Yeah. Okay, so that's a need antidote label. And then after that, I want to pop up the thought bubble. So that's going to look pretty much the same way as this. Copy that, paste it over here somewhere. Now, I do think that was timed a little bit too tight. Let's take a look at it again. Maybe we should slow down the poison. It's once every second right now. If it were once every 2 seconds, then it might give you time to process what's happening, maybe. So you're damaged here at about, what is that? 3.53. Then we do deal poison to player. Yeah, what if we delete this one? I think this might be the way to go, once every 2 seconds. That's 5.5. We delete this one. This is 7.5. This is 9.6, which should be 9.5. Delete this one. And this will be 11.5. And delete this one. And the next one would be at 13, but we probably won't make it that far before transitioning the scene. Part of the Imperial system, yeah. I did 3 miles of poison. All right, so you take damage here, and then you take damage here. And we already are showing the antidote text. I don't think we should do that. I think we should move all this stuff to the side. I think I want both of those things to show at the same time. And I think I want you to hobble back to town. I wonder if you should have taken more damage. I think this should be earlier. So these two things should be timed with one another. Nice. Okay. Now what are we missing? You say you need an antidote, then you start walking toward town. Okay. Yeah, so that part about walking toward town, we need to change your graphic to something that only exists through code. And we had this in Wake up? No, we did wake up differently. I'll do that one. Accept quest. Yeah, make main character stand. So we'd want to change it to make main character walk left. We don't need this. Make main character walk left. Play animation facing left. Okay. Then we need them to actually start walking left. So we add another callback. Can I add another track of these? Call method track on the same thing? Yes, you can. Okay, that's pretty nice. Hey, Cavino. How's it going? Welcome in. Thanks for the raid. Welcome in, Sammykins. I'm sorry, Adam. What's the sorry for? We're working on a cutscene for Skeleseller. I'll show you all in just a second. Let me just get what was I just about to do? Oh god, what was it? Oh yeah, make them face left and then walk left. Yeah, give me just a sec here. So they're gonna say I need an antidote, and then somewhere around here they're gonna walk left. Got to raid and run. Got to get a beautiful haircut for GodotCon. Oh, I hope you have fun. That's in Boston, right? Yeah. Anyway, don't stick around and answer my questions. But yeah, have a good haircut. Have a good time at GodotCon. I hope you have fun meeting up with everybody. And yeah, for those from my stream, please do check out Cavino. He's a very consistent streamer. Pretty positive. This. Okay. All right, yeah. Let me show off this cutscene that we have. So this is the intro for the game. And it tells you how you became a skeleton. Oh, and I think there might be a problem transitioning to the next scene here. Hang on a second. Yeah, I never added this. Hang on. Oh, wait, don't look at that yet. This we don't ever do. Yeah. So this is going to be in accept quest scene.fade out, which doesn't even exist. That's nice. Put this here. And this doesn't even have the concept of fading out. Darn it. I want to show this. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Yeah, 145.5 is because I stream in the morning and the afternoon, and I take a break in between. So it's the same day, but I let it know. Anyone who's looking on YouTube or something who wants to find the next video would be able to more easily find it that way. All right, wake up. I'll be able to show this in like less than a minute, I think. I just need to figure out where this thing is happening from. Fading out here. This is when this dialogue is done, and we don't have the concept of this thing being done. Yeah. So we need to know when to fade out the accept quest thing. All right, let's say here, public void, switch to next scene. Good. Okay, then we just need to call that function. So we play quest accepted. We show you the text. And we probably fade out right around here. So where are our function calls? Here. All right, insert key. Switch to next scene. Cool. Okay, so yeah, let me show this off. So we only have 3 scenes. It's pretty fast right now. I obviously got to get rid of those. Yeah, let me get rid of that. And I apparently left the position thing in too. I don't like the quest accepted text. I think that needs to be something like very bold and cool. So those things were sticking around, which means we're not freeing the scene. And I think that's something intro's in charge of. No, that just never happens. Oh, we never fade out the old scene. Yeah, I never do that. Fade functions, fade out. I want that. I want that over here. Accept quest. Good. And this is going to be the entirety of the scene for intro.fade out duration. Okay, but there was some other problem that was happening too. I don't think it's just the fade out stuff. I think some of the polish, I need to work on that second scene a little bit more. This is not moving at the right pace. Yeah, I need an antidote. They start walking toward town. They probably want to walk pretty quickly. Let's go figure that out. Intro battle. Anyway, this is what we're going to be doing for the rest of today pretty much, is just getting this to look pretty good. I'm going to say for the accept quest scene, need quest accepted to look more polished. Maybe we could use the full screen banner. That may be too much. Okay, we need them to start walking to the left after they've turned around. And I think even that looked a little bit strange. Do we modify the player's position? We do for the battle wiggle animation. So we should put it here. 10.2667. Yeah, insert a key right there. And then insert a key way after it, which is them walking left. So I want them to move. It's only over 3 seconds, something like that. Let's try that out. Yeah. It's going to play from the very beginning, so I've got to fix that too. Oh, yeah, that's right. The move to thing at the end seemed like it stopped faster than it should have. Although maybe it was just an illusion. Like, this is very slowly moving up. And the next one should very slowly move right and up, I think. But I don't see it moving at all. And I don't know what would have caused that to... Oh, yeah, and the position printing out. Oh, boy. Yeah, none of this should have existed. All right, we have the move to here. By the way, for those who were new here and haven't seen what the actual game is about, because I'm only showing the intro right now. It's a very laid-back, idle game, basically. Let's get to what I'm working on. So what's going wrong with this? Because I don't see a problem with this. Maybe something else is positioning this, though. But I don't know what that would be. What if we just set this to 300 just to see what happens? Because it should be like flying off the screen at that point. Be moving at 20 pixels per second. It is. Okay, so this is probably just very subtle. But how is it that subtle that I can't see it when I put the mouse on the corner of it? It's moving 2 pixels per second. You should be able to see that, right? Oh, now I see it. Oh, that is subtle. Okay. I feel like when your character says, I need an antidote, they should probably turn around right then and there. So this is make character walk left, and this is where they say they need an antidote. How is the timing of that? Is it too soon? Like there's a battle happening. I think it's just shortly thereafter they should turn around. Yeah. So that happens there. Maybe like something like there-ish. So move this back a bit. Let's just set it to 9.8. And then the walk left thing should also probably happen at 9.8. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll fade out again. So I think this scene is practically done. Make you walk toward town. Oh, are we playing the right animation? Yeah, we are. Yeah, what am I doing? Of course we are. Sounds, slow the music and everything. Yeah. Play the heartbeat if we want to. That's too long. Yeah, that's too long, I think. Can you name these tracks? Oh, you can, but it's not what I want to do. I think the text should appear sooner. Yeah. That's what I want to do. I just need to make it so that you can actually see what's going on here, and it's very tough to do that right now. I think the way we're going to do that is by moving this to a different track. So this is damage player at 3.53. Oh, you can't do it? Oh, no. Okay. Well, what if we just do this? Cut and paste over to here. Did it go to... It didn't go to the same spot. Oh, maybe it's easier to modify the scene then. Damage to player. Yeah, there. Oh, we keep their times in here, though. Yeah, yuck. So one of these is going to be a different track entirely. Oh, it doesn't do that? What? How many of these do we have? And how do we like full screen just this thing? Oh, that's good. Okay. All right, so one right there. Oh, I moved damage player. I didn't move. Oh, I moved the wrong thing. Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, I don't care about this. Put this back where it was. 3.533, yeah. Okay, that one's fine. Yeah, I wanted to move all these other ones down here. Cut, well, this is exactly 5.5. There, and now it should be easy to do the rest of these. Yeah. So we want to move all of these out of here. And there are, what, 4 of them? Yeah, so we move those 4 down to here. And then we need to move their time values as well. Oh, they got to correspond exactly to... Yeah, that's fine. They do. And what about these? I think we just delete these two. Yeah, sure. I'm doing a great job. All right. So 1, 1. Yeah, 1, 1, 1. Good. Good. Might as well delete the extra 3s we have here. Okay, I think we're good. So now they should all be on the same track. Are they? Or did I mess this up? Oh, I very much messed this up. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, thank God. Yes, look at that. Perfectly evenly spaced poison damage things. So after the first poison damage, we want to make your character walk sooner. So probably like... Wait. No, not after the first poison damage. It was... We want to make the text show up sooner. I've zoned out. Sorry. What? I was like... I don't know what I was thinking about. Yeah, when does this happen right now? 8.3. Let's just move it a second earlier and see what happens then. There's no way to see what number I'm currently setting it to, but I want it to be at 7.3, which is there-ish. Let's just try to align it. The third taco. Yeah, imagine how bad it would have been then. So we're moving that a second sooner. Then we need to move this a second sooner. So -1. And this a second sooner. I don't know why I didn't just have 8.8. There. Okay, let's take a look at that. Is that too fast now? I think it's still off a little bit. And I think this thing should be moved to the right by some amount. Just so it's not covering the... Yeah, like there even. Yeah, just 3 pixels to the right. Does that look good? Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, it's still got to show up like a second earlier. I need an antidote. All right, let's take a look at this again. This is 7.4. We want it to be at 6.4, so we want it there. Let's just see if that looks good. We should probably move these things another second sooner too. That, and maybe 7.6. Oh wait, that need to be aligned with them actually moving to the left. Yeah, I want that to fade in a little bit sooner. Or sorry, take a little longer to fade in. So this is 7.6, which means this needs to exactly be 7.6 as well. And that technically means this should be moved a little bit closer. I'm not going to measure that. So what if we faded this in from here? So it doesn't just appear so fast on the screen. Okay, that's not bad. Hey, Lloyd. And then they just stay here forever. Okay, so then the scene would fade out. Which, if we're going to do this, then I guess we might as well just make this go even farther off the screen. Just in case. So, like, over there. And just have it take the entirety of the time to get there. As long as that doesn't look like it's taking too... It's not going too quickly. In fact, we can just see how fast it's moving. Yeah, that's good. You're poisoned. You're probably feeling sluggish. Probably feeling mad at slimes and at guild masters. Questioning, why was I chosen to do this? Whatever made me want to be excited for this adventure. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think the timing is working. So we're going to fade out then and then start the next scene, which would be that you walk up to a shop. Yeah, and your life is very low, and you ask them, hey, I need a potion or an antidote, and they are like, I don't have one. And then you die. Yeah. All right, anything else I want to do with this? I want to add sound effects at the end, I think. Maybe we should add them now. Yeah, let's add some sounds. Okay, so the slime should probably make a slimy sound and should probably not have the slash graphic. We have a bunch of these sounds already. Game, assets, audio, sounds, battle. All right, so you will do what, this? Yeah, you'll do Claw 03. Claw 03. Which is, yeah, the basic attack sound. So that's you. You're basic. All right, next up, we go to the intro battle. And whenever we do damage to the enemy, we play that sound. So intro.play sound, sound ID.basic attack. When the enemy damages you, it's got to play some like poison sound. Do we have anything with poison in the name? Bleeding. Sounds like a blade. Bubbles. Yeah, we have a bunch of sound assets. I was gonna say graphics. Let me go find this because we have a bunch of poison ones I've just never even touched. So let's just search for poison. All right, poison burst. Sounds good, but it's kind of long. These are pretty good. That's also pretty good. How's that? Well, what's in this folder? I think we go with this one. Yeah, let's go with that one. Poison hit. Okay, let's put poison hit over here. There you are. Poison hit. Yeah, speed up or slow down. Poison hit. All sound data. What was just before that? I don't even do these in alphabetical order. And we don't need to pitch this differently, probably. Poison hit. Well, wait, maybe it was louder than the other sound. It does sound louder. We can lower it. Well, let's look at the waveform before we do that. Oops. Meant to say remind me later. Would you like to enable music view? No, I don't care. All I want to do is see how these look compared to one another. Yeah, I think we'll quiet this down a little bit. Volume 0.85. At least, right? Probably like 0.8. Okay, yeah, that's good. All right, so now we know we want the player to do this, or sorry, the enemy to do this. So we have, where is it? There. So poison hit when you damage a player. Cool. And then every time you take poison damage, we could have it play a sound. When you kill the enemy, we need to have it play a sound. We already have a sound for that, though. Death, regular enemy death, yeah. All right, that's going to go here. And that's going to be if damage amount is equal to higher damage amount, or like second damage amount, then play the death sound. I guess we could just check their life value. I don't know why I'm doing this. Enemy health component dot is dead. So the skeleton holds an eternal grudge toward that shop and strives to run out of business. No, not quite. It was more noble than that. It was the skeleton holds a grudge against people who, well, against things that poison and strives to sell antidotes. All right, so now we have some sound effects here. Okay, you probably can't hear that. It's very quiet. I had the master volume turned way down. Let's set it to 70%. You should be able to hear it. Oh, enemy didn't do a sound because I didn't click that first. Now it should work. Still not playing a sound. Did I get the path wrong? Poison hit. Battle poison underscore hit. Poison underscore hit. Ah. That could be louder. Yep. Could be even louder because there's music. So I'm gonna set this to 1, which is his normal sound level. Also, I want to emphasize that, so if it is a little bit louder, I think that's okay. Them just walking into the wall like that. It's probably not ever going to be seen. And yet I thought I made this like very long. It goes from 7 to 14. Yeah. Did I really start 145 days ago? It's just number of streams. Well, it's not even number of streams, number of stream days. So like I stream twice on almost every day. So it would be really like 200 something streams, 250, 280, 300, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, just unique stream days should be 145. Also, hey, James. That's good. Did we play the enemy dying sound? I didn't even hear it. If is dead, let's put a breakpoint there and find out. Because I don't think I heard it. It's true. Why am I not hearing that? What is going on? Play sound regular enemy death. What is this doing? Town audio player. What? Why don't I hear that? I wonder if it's because we're calling play sound on two sounds at the same time. The polyphony should be set up for that though. Yeah, max is set to 20. Another sound playing and can't override. I don't know. Let's turn this one off and see what happens. I don't think that should be the case. Oh, I'm in the wrong function. Yeah. No, I'm not in the wrong function. It was getting hit. But I didn't hear... No, sorry. My bad. Ignore that I ever closed the gate. Whoops. Oh, it's making the sound. It's just very, very quiet. When battlers die, what sound gets played? Regular enemy death. What? What is going on? Huh. I don't get it. I don't get why we're not hearing that. Is it a quiet file or something? I hear it when I'm playing the game for real. Oh, no, I'm misremembering. I hear the adventurers die when I'm playing the game for real. I never hear this. Oh, so this is quiet. When adventurers die, I definitely hear something. Where is that? Adventure death is 70, enemy death 2. That's what I was expecting to hear. That's what I want to play. I want to play the adventurer death sound even though you're not dying, because I think it's just a more obvious death sound. Yeah. Although we're going to play that when you die later, which is going to happen in like 10 seconds, right? Nice. All right, then we'd fade out over here. Yeah, I like that. I think this is working pretty well. Okay, so we got to go set that up. Accept quest. Switch to next scene. I want this in intro battle, which means we need fading out. Why is this doing this? Yeah, there. Cool. Now go import this and then go into intro and change this stuff. Yeah. So this would be the battle scene. Battle scene dot fading out. So on battle scene fading out. Yes. Yeah, we don't have a scene to transition to, so we'll turn that off and turn that off. Oh, and the fade out, I guess, technically happens from the scene itself, so that's already here. Yeah. Okay, but now we'll see it fade out. Oh, no, we won't. Nothing calls that. Don't ever listen to me. So we got to figure out when we're supposed to play it. Once the character has moved a certain distance, maybe like there. Now we call that function. Oh, technically building it was necessary so that I would get this. Switch to next scene. All right, let's take a look at the timing of that. How does it feel? All right, yeah. Other than that happening, I think that's hilarious. There's no way to fade that out, is there? Because it's a canvas layer. Huh. Can you attach? You can't attach anything. Yeah. I guess we just need to stop playing. We need to stop playing the poison thing at that point. So like this goes away and this goes away. Slimy's hit timing sounds a bit off. Let me take a look at that. I think it's good. I kind of want the character to walk a little slower. Which means just increasing this number a bit. I just randomly changed it. Yeah, maybe not stand there for so long. No, I think that's good. Okay. What else do we have? Need sounds for this. Slow down the music when you get poisoned. Darken the edges of the screen. Okay, so the slowing down the music bit. We can do this. And like in the rap, I wanted it to be that same effect, and you start to hear a heartbeat or something. But there's not very long in this scene. Let's try it out. So we're gonna, where's the music thing? Sound system not play music. We have no way of getting, oh, I guess we have the music player there. And then we could change the audio players thing. So let's try that. Music player dot what rate? Speed? Scale? Pitch scale. Pitch and tempo as a multiplier of the sample rate. Yeah, so let's say this is 0.5 and just see what it sounds like. Should sound very, oh, non-invocable. Should sound very grim. That did nothing. Why did that do nothing? Unless we're not playing music through this thing, are we? No, we are. Maybe we need to do that before we call play. Hey, Sharky. Yeah, you just thought the same thing I thought of. Strange. Even that didn't work. Let's make a new scene. Let's add in an audio player. This has the pitch scale here. If we then load in the town theme 1, and can we play this? How do you... What is pitch scale doing? Seemingly having no effect, but I tested this. Huh. Yeah, huh. What did I test then? I could have sworn it was this. There's no other audio thing that I use, right? Maybe it was this one? Quick load the town theme. I guess just make that the scene root and delete the other one. And then change the pitch on that and hit play. What is it doing? Maybe I have to play the scene. Run current scene. Delete me. I have to set it to autoplay. Yeah, you hear that? So it works on Audio Stream Player. Does it work on Audio Stream Player 2D? Because yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't. I think it got rid of autoplaying when I did that. No, it didn't. What? What is going on? Any issues with Godot crashing? Crashing, yes. It was our fault for calling free instead of queue free. And not running, yes. People sometimes need to change renderers. There's a way of running. Let me see if I can find this for you really fast. Yeah, this. People need to run it like this. Skeleseller, rendering driver, OpenGL3 sometimes. And unfortunately, there's no way for them to know they have to do that. Just some people are aware that there's a problem for that. So Audio Stream Player 2D does not work with this. That seems like a bug in Godot if that's what's happening. So let's look it up. Audio Stream Player 2D pitch. Pitch does not work. Oh, you need a camera so that you can hear it? Interesting. Take care, PWS. Thanks for dropping by again. Oh, wow. So we need a camera on that scene, but we have a camera on this scene and it didn't work. The sound system's right there. Oh, but the sound system's just a node? Oh my goodness. This needs to be a node 2D? Is that the problem? Because it doesn't have a position. Is the... No, that's not working still. Saw someone complaining about Godot on Reddit recently. Yeah. Yeah, there are issues like that sometimes. Still isn't fixing things. But I don't know why at this point. Audio player. It's just audio player. Which is an audio stream player. Which is not a 2D version of this. Do we... Oh, we changed the pitch. Oh my god. Of course. But, yeah. Drat. Okay, well, that was a waste of time. So we want some way of changing this. I don't know. We got to get the music players like running stream and then change the pitch of it afterward. Can we easily do that? Music player dot stream dot pitch is not a thing. Set state. There are no properties here that'll help us. Maybe we have to convert it to something else. What is stream? Audio stream. Wait, there was volume here, right? Oh, that's of that. Okay, I see. Okay, so let's read this then. Let's figure out what this is supposed to do. Multiplier of the... Yeah, no, we already read that. All right, then never mind. How do we fix this then? Can we pause it? Like, I know we're setting this here. We can't change this after you've already started the track. Audio stream playback polyphonic. You need the playback and not that? Yeah, it sounds like it, I guess. Okay, so then how do we get a playback? Get stream playback. It's an audio stream playback, but we know it's an audio stream playback Polyphonic. Set stream pitch scale 0.5f. Okay, now we're talking. There is no argument given that corresponds to the required parameter pitch scale. Long stream. Oh, darn it. Okay, we got to get the stream number then. Oh, which I'm pretty sure we don't ever return. Oh, no, we do. Okay, long music stream. Music. Yeah, stream, I guess. We good? We have scary music now? Nice. Okay, now what do we set it to so that it doesn't sound bad? 0.75? That's not gonna work. No, I know what I need to do. I need to tween this so that it decreases. Because if I'm not mistaken, that should give it a more, like a spookier tone, I guess. All right, create tween equals that. Tween property. Can we even tween the property of this easily? I guess we can call tween method. Yeah, callable dot from. All right, so the float that we're going to use here is the pitch. We're going to go from 1 to 0 over the course of some amount of time. Did I do this backwards? Yeah, from to duration is last. 5 seconds even. And then just call this. And take the pitch amount from here. Oh, and then figure out where a parenthesis should go. Is that correct? No argument corresponds to parameter from of tween method. Huh, why not? What is going wrong here? Oh, that. There. Let's try that. So over the course of the first 5 seconds, it should get slower and slower. Oh, it'll go down to 0, I guess, which means it'll stop. Yeah, but that effect is what I wanted. And that's got to happen. It's got to happen over here somehow. Private long last music played. Last music stream played. Okay, so we set this here. And then we're going to make a public function slow music. And do that. Then we're going to slow the music down. I guess we'll set this here. Slow music. Sound system, not slow music. Intro battle's what's going to do it. Intro dot that. And then we can call this from over here. So at this point, we can delete this scene. I don't need it anymore. And don't save it. And then in the battle scene, we want to slow down the music once we show the poison text. So maybe around here. Insert key, slow music. And try that out. Let's hear. Oh my god, I love it. I wasn't expecting that for some reason, even though I just made it. But that's great. Let's see that again. It kind of feels though like killing the enemy is what did that. So I think we need this to take just a second longer. Like there maybe. Or have it very slowly slow down the music, not quickly slow down the music. No, I should probably have it show on screen first. Like there-ish. Yeah. I like to make the whole screen wavy too. I think that'd be kind of interesting. Although then we need to have it be wavy on the next screen as well. Okay. All right. Katzo's here. I'm already too warm, so let me just take this off first because she's probably about to come sit on me. And then I'll be much too warm. Okay, Kat. Welcome up. Maybe darken the edges of the screen when you get poisoned. Hi, Abby. Hi, Katzo. Good cat. Could use a texture rect with a radial gradient. I will write that down. This is good. Oh yeah, I guess we can keep that. Make the wake up scene fade in. We don't need to do that. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so let's see it from the beginning. Which will also make it play different music at the time that it slows down. Or a different part of the music. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's coming along. I think that quest accepted looks like trash. I don't know how we're gonna make it look better. Maybe we put this up here. Just have it show in this general area. You are the best cat. She's just purring loudly over here. I mean, this would have to be gigantic. Alternatively, it doesn't. We might not even need a render quest accepted. Is it obvious to you from this that like, hey, they had a quest and you got a quest from them? Or maybe we have it be floating text instead. And it just shows over your character like quest accepted. That could potentially work. What do you think, Abby? Yeah, I think floating text would probably be better. I think this looks bad. I don't think there's a great way to position it otherwise. So yeah, let's probably just do something like that. All right, so did that delete the corresponding track here? I think it did. All right, so the battle scene has a way of showing text. I guess let's change it so that we immediately go to this scene. Slightly bigger exclamation mark and no text. The exclamation mark says that they have a text quest to give you, though. This is after you've, supposedly accepted it. Also, welcome in, Zex. So I think I'll try with floating text and we'll see how that feels. It might not feel the best. Accept quest. And let's close everything else. Intro battle. Floating text. Let's take this, put this over here. So this is when you've accepted the quest. We're going to show this floating text. Oh, do we not have a canvas layer here? We don't. Well, well, well. Thwarted again. Go make a canvas layer. Oh, then it's going to fade out shortly thereafter, and the canvas layer won't. But we could maybe still get this to work, like battle sticky. This says quest accepted. I think this is going to look weird. Main character global position, colors are white. Yeah, sure. Let's try it, see what happens. It'll probably look dumb. Cat, what are you doing? Something broke. Oh, I freed the scene that we're trying to show. Cat, you are in front of my keyboard. Cat. How do I? What are you doing? You see her paw on my arm? I think she wants a headrest eventually so she can fall asleep. It's a little better. I don't think it's great. I think it's just a little better. I don't know. Let's try having nothing show up. What happens then? I don't think it's gonna be obvious you accepted a quest. No, it's not. Yeah, something needs to show up there. And I guess the text is something. We could set this a UI message or the intro thing. So you want to make it obvious the guy had a quest, which is your intent, I think. Yeah, I can make that larger. Definitely. It only shows for a very brief amount of time, though. Maybe that should show above the guild master, not above you. Guild master. We don't even have the guild master here, do we? Nope. Guild master. Just a node 2D as far as we're concerned with. Guild master. God, my posture sucks when the cat is on my lap. Okay. Let's try that. Hey, get your claws out of me. You stabilize yourself on your own. I don't like it still. We could go back to having the giant text that said quest accepted and just have it fade in over your... Yeah, maybe something like that. Maybe in the center of the screen. I'm not really sure. But I don't like how this is going. Let's turn that off for now. Let's go get the scene back the way that it was. Oh, we changed enough now where this is going to be annoying. Oh, I could just revert it all. Get rid of the dialoguer thing too. Quest accepted label. That used to be there. Dialoguer used to be gone. Canvas layer was deleted. Unique name for some of this stuff wasn't needed. So delete dialoguer, delete canvas layer, and cut out my changes, right? And we can't cleanly do all that anyway because we added some other changes. All right, well, that's why I should have probably committed before this. So just don't get the guild master. Don't get this. The rest of that's fine. Go revert this scene. Accept quest, yeah. And then go into here and delete our dialoguer. Oh, and the canvas layer entirely. And then just make this show up in a better location. So let's make this visible. And then if we just put this where the camera focus is, where is the camera focus? There. Camera focus is like right on top of the guild master. I don't think we can put it exactly on top of the guild master, but maybe shortly or like close above it. And then just make this gigantic. Font size. Why is that not crisp? What's going on there? It looks aliased. Huh. I don't want it to be that large anyway. Maybe something like that. Okay, bye, cat. Oh, my posture. This might be too big for some people to see based on their window size. So I'm going to see this. It's going to be there visible from the beginning. So I just want to see what it looks like if I shrink the window. Oh, it's not visible from the beginning. I mean, there's only so small you could make this window. Yeah, I think the positioning can work. We do need to order this much higher. I'll set it to 20. It's gonna mess everything up. What is this set to? 6? Okay, this just needs to be one higher than that. Actually, even 6 is fine. I'll set it to 7. Okay, then we make it invisible. And we try running this. Let's try from the beginning again. Is the cat around? Okay, I want to move the chair. Why is it not transitioning? Oh, did I delete more than I should have? Did I? I did, because I deleted the scene, and the scene used to call switch to next scene. Drat. Okay, can we undo this then? Intro, accept quest, and get rid of that, and then search for switch to next. Please, no. No, it's not gonna let me. All right, that's fine. Whatever. We could use the history feature and try to find that, but it's not necessary. We could also just do it this way. Switch to next scene. And we want it to be sometime after that. Maybe like there. Yeah. Okay. Now let's take what Zex had said and increase the size of this thing. It said self-modulate set. We got to make sure we set self-modulate again. I don't think we can do this from here. We could technically increase the scale of this, although I'm not sure if it'll still look crisp. Transform. Oh, no, we can't increase the scale of this. Because that's not how this works. Okay, well, that's fine. What happened? Where did the scene go? That was weird. Wait, no, that wasn't the scene I was working with. It's just gone. What happened? That's strange. Let's close everything and open intro accept quest. Oh, now it's working. All right, well, the way we would do this is the available action indicator would probably just have bigger font sizes. So where are the font sizes? Here, tween font size. And we go, oh, I see how this works. We're tweening the font size between the gigantic numbers and then shrinking the entire thing to like a ridiculously small scale. Oh, I remember doing this. There was some like very specific set of things I had to do to get this to not look like trash, because tweening a font size has to be in integers. And going from font size 20 to 21 is too big. So we made it huge and then we shrink the whole thing. But I don't know where the shrinking happens. There's got to be a scale somewhere, right? Oh, there is. I don't know why I didn't see that. We can just make this bigger. Yeah, so 0 0.09, for example. There. How's that look? It's not going to be super obvious anyway, because it only shows up for like 3 seconds or less. It's not even visible anymore. What in the world did I mess up? I don't know, but I suspect I made it too large now. And that this thing is supposed to be clamped to its container. I made it 50% bigger, so now it's probably getting pushed to the side too much. What I don't get is, where is this scale? When I type it here, I can find it. It's in layout and then transform, but I don't see that down here. Oh, is it because it's in favorites? Seriously? I have to unfavorite it so that it shows up here? That's why I couldn't see it? And I see this just deleted, which would be why it doesn't show up. It's supposed to be 0 0.09? Yeah, that. And now if we turn this off, we do see this show up. So something else is going on here. Maybe I just accidentally had to type to 0. I don't know how I messed that up. Also, I don't want to keep going through the main scene for this, so let's do skip to what I'm working on. Okay, now it's gigantic. Somewhere in the middle is probably okay. Let me close that. Yeah, maybe 0 0.075. Yeah, that's the halfway point. Yeah, sure. It goes away pretty quickly, though. I just still think that looks bad. I'll make this fade in a little sooner. The need antidote stuff. Just a little bit. All right. We've made a lot of progress. I'm pretty happy with this. What we have left to do, obviously a lot of polished stuff, but in our mock-up that we have here, the next scene is going to be you going to the potion shop and trying to get an antidote, but they don't have antidotes. Then you collapse and they tell you they had lots of health potions. And then you come back a little later. This is really just some text. I guess maybe you walk off the screen or something. Yeah. And then you just start the game. Yeah. I think another full day is probably what this would take to like wrap things up. I mean, you need to allow for skipping things. We need to just organize all these notes. I might work on this a little bit more off stream. I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't think we need this. Yeah, all in all, it's going pretty well. Now, I have been working on the music a little bit more, and I fixed up the second section. Oh, I'm working on one of the transitions here. Where is it? This. That's it. I'm not playing any more of that. I have an idea where that's going to go, but I don't know exactly what it's going to sound like yet. Yeah, so I think we'll try to finish this up on Wednesday, or at least get to a point where that's the last stream day that I do this. And then after that, what was on the list of stuff? So the intro, then music, then a trailer, hiding empty stuff on the map. Maybe I'll take Friday off. Might make sense. But yeah, for now, I think I'm pretty good. So I hope you've all enjoyed watching. Let me go find someone to raid. I have not rated CM Griffin in a while. Yeah. Let's go rate CM Griffin. Okie doke. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'm going to get going. And I'll be back on Wednesday. It should be a full day stream. It should be pretty normal. But yeah, have a good one. See you, everybody.